Everything with my job during this time was kind of crazy. I moved floors from my home unit at the hospital to the COVID floor. It was, I think, emailed out or announced out at the hospital that they needed volunteers to go up to the COVID floor or the COVID ICU. And I thought a lot about it. I was scared about it. The first time I'd volunteered, I panicked all weekend, worried about it, and then I ended up not going. My boss decided to keep me on my floor. And so that was kind of a relief, but also kind of a disappointment. So the second time around, she came up and asked me, do you still want to volunteer? And at that point, I think I had had time to process things in my mind a little bit easier. I prayed a lot about it. I talked about it with my husband. I did research on what we were looking at. And I think I just finally just felt at peace. And I think that was kind of God's way of telling me, like, you got this. You know, you want to know your enemy. And my whole motto the whole time was, know your enemy. And the only way you can know your enemy is if you know what your enemy's doing. And so the best way for me to do that was to go up to the COVID floor. Being on a mission where my feet are, I know of one instance on the COVID unit, I was taking care of a patient, and it really hit me that I was on mission. This patient was very fearful, and to see that patient break down and cry, and I can't hug them, you know, it broke my heart. But in the meantime, she's also telling me, thank you so much for your kindness and your help. Thank you for being here for me and supporting me. And I know that I made an impact on her, even if I didn't mean to. This is my normal everyday job. I know by her telling me that I made an impact. And I told her, whenever you're better, you know, and you're back working, you know, come by and say hi. I want to be able to hug you. I want to be able to say hello to you, and you can see what I look like instead of just my eyes peeking through gear. And I think that meant a lot to her, and it meant a lot to me too. My church family did support me. I let them know that I was going to be on the COVID unit for 2 weeks. I got lots of prayers, lots of text messages. I had people making me masks. I had people sending me cards in the mail, knowing that they were thinking about me and praying for me. I think I just about cried at every single one. It was very emotional. The whole process of the 2 weeks, it wasn't a physical tiring, but it was an emotional and mental tiring. And to have those words of positivity come in from people either I knew or I didn't know was very helpful and encouraging that, oh, I've got this.